Nostradamus of crypto. His jargon skills have discovered new entire galaxies. He once was engaged to Satoshi Nakamoto's oldest sister. He is the most interesting trader in the world. And today we ask him, what do you do when the market crashes?
I buy more. And I also subscribe to Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They said, say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. Frozen, neck is frozen. Catch me rolling, I'm the chosen. Snow is falling, Elfie's calling. Check my list twice, most of y'all done. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. No, I can't forget about the one with the red nose. When I fly high, my sleigh still stay 10 toes. Bring the beat, bring the cheese, put the lights up, 'tis the season. Need no Grinch types, no Ebenezer. Don't believe this, y'all need Jesus. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing. in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, say Nick, but you got a bit in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, say Nick, but you got a bit in that bag, yeah.
Sometimes my sack hurts too. I sit down too fast, too quick. Ouch.
They said, say Nick, but you got a bit in that bag. I got racks in my sack or in my bag. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Christmas is coming. Start sending your letters off to Santa. Christmas is coming. Yeah. Better be nice if you want your present. Tell all your brothers, sisters, mama and papa too. Christmas is coming, yeah. Staying up late looking out the window, yeah. Christmas is coming, yeah. Spotting some sleigh rides and some jingle bells. Tell all your brothers, sisters, mama and papa too.
Hey, Road Dog, you gonna start the show or what? You just gonna sit there staring?
Roasting some chestnuts on the
Road Dog.
fire.
Road Dog.
Christmas is coming.
Hey, Habib. Get that stick over there. Poke him real quick.
Oh no, you fooled me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Oh, that's still shame on me for twice. It's whatever it is. No way am I going to do that one more time. No,
You scaredy cat. Kick his chair just a little bit.
Hey, Mr. Brave Man, you kick his chair just a little bit. Let's see how you handle the situation. You're talking crazy.
Well, he's just sitting there, not doing a dang thing. It's the aliens got him. Quick, Habib, go get the tinfoil hat. Put it on.
Put it on him or put it on me?
No, put it on me. Put it on me. Let me have it.
Oh, no, my friend. What is it worth to you?
Oh, golly. It's the season of giving, Habib.
I know. What will you give me for it?
Oh, jeez. Get him started. We gotta go.
What is Crown Royal? That sounds very...
Oh, jeez. You think I could fill in for him?
Not a chance in this world, my friend. That is funny. You should be a comedian. You're so very, very, very funny.
Just kick his guy. Oh, just kick his freaking chair.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like on, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everyone, to Late Night Crypto with the Road Dog. Sitting there looking at Bitcoin on a very small time frame because, hey, man, why not? She's been going up, down, sideways, whichever ways. If you haven't noticed, the market is feeling a little confused. You don't know. We honestly don't. We don't know exactly which way it's going to go. But we do have some hints, though. We've got some clues that are kind of very important not to forget during this point in the market. To do that, well, you got to zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. That's the cardinal rule. I forgot. That should be toward the top of the rule. When in doubt, zoom out. Man, we're up there. Whoo! Man, falling from here would hurt, wouldn't it? We're climbing that mountain. I've seen the top of the mountain, and I want to climb to the top of the mountain. And we climbing to the top of that mountain. That mountain, whoo, don't look down. Oh, that gets scary down here. $70,000. People talking about $70,000. Ooh. Click. Next. Here we are on the weekly chart. 4 years ago, we've been doing this the last few nights. I just kind of like to bring it in. We did it on the daily chart last night. We'll do it on the weekly real quick here. Let's just see. This was the end of November. We were here, 17,000, whatever. Wow. On the weekly, it just looks kind of really good. During this point, last time, 4 years ago, we had a little moment of sideways and drops. You see it more on the daily. I guess we just got to go to the daily. That's where you hit it home. 'Tis where we were during this period. This was us then. Almost 4 years to the day almost. It started hitting us on the 8th. I think it started hitting us on the 9th just yesterday and everything, right? But right there about sideways, and then, it's not looking so fun. Losing that 9 moving average and all that scary stuff, But one thing that did not happen is that 9 moving average not nary a single time did that 9 moving average ever cross over that red 21. Nope. Sure didn't. But you know what that made it do when it didn't cross? When it kind of hung there? Price just kind of came back up there, and then we slingshotted, if you will, the terminology. We just slingshotted what felt like up only until we got F2 pool. No, that wasn't F2 pool. This was actually like next week in December, since we're on the dailies. Today is December 12th. I'm sorry, December 10th. I got 2 days ahead of myself. 12 days of Christmas. It does it to me every year. I know. Which are we, a pigeon and a partridge? Or pear tree? Whatever. 5 golden rings. All right. Will we mimic certain behavior that we saw 4 years ago? Good. I mean, we were this far from the happening basically then too, right? Dip down to on the Friday, the 11th, we were at our bottoms, at our lows, saying crypto is a scam, Bitcoin is a scam, this is all just a scam, it's only down here from this, cycle's over, this is it, thanks for coming, thanks for your participation. And if you bought into that narrative because it was out here on YouTube, it was out here with these experts. But you know what? Just a few days later, the luck change started doing some things. We had a little bit of a breakout. No matter how you want to put it, I'm going to take it from wicks to wicks right there, and just it was here about December 14th that we actually got our confirmed candle open and close above that trend line, signaling, hey man, y'all going to the Christmas party this year? Because I hear it's going to be a doozy. And my. A lot of that anticipation getting us up there for the Christmas party. Will we experience something like that? Where we could get a point where it's just up only for days and days. This little correction we had over here is scaring everybody to bejesus. This is whatever that means. What does this mean? How do you get that off of there? Clearly I was doing a lot of buying and said, oh, that's 27,000. I think that's when I was doing my paper trade and stuff. I guess, I don't know. But here we are, Bitcoin against Tether on KuCoin. still kind of, this is not really solid. This is just going from candle wicks to candle bodies to the bottom of the wicks here, trying to hope that we got something. We got a little bit of a channel idea. It's a little steep in my personal opinion, but hey, we're going to roll with what we got. Biggest thing is we've been holding this area down here about 91, 92, whatever. The low 90,000s have been giving us a little boost, if you will, a little uplift, a little lift to our wings there. If we can get enough lift, you know, we might maybe be able to take flight around here before too long. Just like we did 4 years ago. Leaving behind only the naysayers and the scared hands and the ones that get flushed out that just don't have the conviction and think, man, Bitcoin, I don't think she's going to get back above 100,000 anytime soon. I think we might be on a big ass correction, probably heading down about 50,000. And keep thinking that, buddy. Keep thinking that. People thought that kind of crap 4 years ago, going back to 3,000, and they thought that the whole way up. Disappointed every step of the way. We are experiencing some turbulence, ladies and gentlemen, on our flight to financial freedom. 'Tis all it is. Elevation goes up. Sometimes that elevation portfolio value has to come down a little bit. It sucks, but gosh darn it, it's still a lot better than where we found ourselves just a few short months ago. So we got that. Let's be thankful for what we got, because if you've been following some of the coins here, taking some of the plays we went over and setups and things like that, I mean, you should be experiencing some still some come up in this value in your accounts. Let's hit you up with the 111s. Do you have that? Do you have that? Let's give a shout out to everybody hanging out here playing. Hope to God I got my microphone on tonight. Let's redo the chat here. Pop it out. Pop it. I just like to say pop it out. Live chat. Let's say hello to everybody that's hanging out with us tonight before we start getting into some juicy charts, and I'll see if I can pick up some random coin requests and throw them on the list. I do have a list of coins. I've got several lists of coins that I'm not really fully got over, and sometimes if we get past that, we may miss opportunities. I'm just throwing those ideas out there, so I'm trying to manage that between that and the cool things you guys also want to look at too. Ideally, we want to try to find something getting ready to make us some good money. Ideally. Or finding something to, hey man, we got to remind ourselves that, hey, remember to pay yourself. This is a good spot. Or there's a spot that's coming up. Or, hey man, this one ain't looking for you, baby. Bail! Something along those lines. Duality Crypto says 111. Trade Intuition Joe says 111. Yeah! Get some come up in our portfolios. We got Sicario in the house, Ave Medina, Glasshopper, time to buy more cubic. I picked up on that. Ave Medina, Patrick Canham, hello governor. Fancy look at Caspi, cheerio. It's on my list. Bullets on parade, yo! Trade Intuition says first. It's amazing how he always does that. Guys, you need to step up your game, man. I'm just saying. Clearly, you're missing something. What, you could be first. Congratulations, Joe. Congratulations, my man, on being first. Name it and claim it, baby. Snap. All right. Bobby says SD on the way to $2. Man's gonna. Wait a minute, I got tripped up on my languages. Man's a goon hitting the targets. Nice one, brother. Yay! Let's get so weird, dog leaves the room. What? Now you're talking my language. How weird can you get? Turn to freak on. Turn to freak on. Hitting the like button helps this tiny channel grow. Says, hey, that's me. Hey, me, I feel like I'm talking to myself. That's something that will never happen here on this channel. Don't worry about that. Road Dog would never talk to himself. And that's my song. Man, I'm way behind, aren't I? This is intro stuff. Aliens. Duality Crypto. We were just saying hi to everybody. That's where we were. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. We got Doug, Peppy Unchained, lost live trading today, up over $3,000 today. Let's get it. TMI. There's Joe again from Trade Intuition. If you haven't checked out his channel, why the hell not? Don't be square or rectangle. You really got to work on your basic shape. Don't be square. Go check it out. Joe did it. Joe at Trade Intuition. Catch the alpha that he's throwing out there lots every time. I swear I see him on here 3 times a day. Bullish on Parade. How's it going? Howdy Crypto. Joe, it's up to your channel. See, it works. It's the magic of programming that subconscious mind, ladies and gentlemen. Subconscious mind. Bush on Parade says on Bitcoin or on BTC 2021, top at 65,005 to bottom at 15,000. We went over the 1.618 and now it is retesting it. We should pull that up. Realtor Adam Oliver says down 20% from highs on my longs. They're taking a little bit of a hit, yeah. Like. I always only like. Even on my flipping account lately. Miss Celinda, how's it going, Miss Celinda? Saw Miss Celinda in here. I think I said hi to everybody. Guys, let's take a look at things and see what's going on. First, what I'd like to do, 15 beautiful people are sitting here checking out with me. Some people have checked out. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's go check out the news because I find that there's some really good alpha with Layer GG. That takes just a moment. We come back, we look at, see what's going on in the market, and then we start diving into altcoins, see if we can find some good deals. Also look at the coins you guys want to take on. Might be sharing a good thing or asking a question or just wanting to see something. Get a second opinion. Let's see. Sean, can you take us to the newsroom? Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas. God bless us, everyone. Somewhere there is news. That is not it. Sean, in the most loving holiday method of saying this, you suck. Thank you. Thank you, Road Dog. You suck too. In the last 12 hours here in crypto, South Korea is supposed to start taxing cryptocurrencies in January 2025, but decided to delay the implementation to 2027. Yay! That's using your head. Microsoft shareholders voted down a resolution to include Bitcoin on the company's balance sheets during the annual meeting. Shows you that most Microsoft shareholders just don't really have the level of intelligence that we have here in the cryptocurrency sphere. Maybe one of those days they will be educated enough and come join us. ETH. Ethereum ETF inflows are trending upwards today, in particular Fidelity ETF saw a big jump of 202.7 million, bringing the total of 305 million. Goldman Sachs CEO has expressed interest in exploring opportunities within Bitcoin and Ethereum markets, contingent upon regulatory approval. Magic Eden is now listed on Tier 1 exchanges, including Binance and Upbit. Currently, the MB coin is trading at a fully diluted value of $7 billion. Ripple Labs CEO Brad Garlinghouse announced that the NYDFS, that should be the New York Department of Financial Services, has approved Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin, paving the way for upcoming exchange and partner listings. Meanwhile, the Jupiter DAO has approved an $860 million airdrop plan as part of the Jupituary initiative to reward genuine users and deter opportunistic airdrop farmers. Yeah, they screwed it up for everybody. The eligibility checker will likely be confirmed in the first week or two of January, and the airdrop will likely take place in the third or fourth week. So if you're partaking in things like Phantom Wallet or whatever in the Jupiter system over there on Solana, holding some of that good old Jupe token and whatnot, you might be getting in for a nice little surprise. Layer 0 will reportedly hold a vote on December 19th to switch fees. Should the governance activate the fee switch, the referendum's financial contract will collect and burn these fees on a local chain. Fuel announced that its native token will be launched in the next 2 weeks with a total initial supply of 10 billion, of which 20% will be allocated to the community, and the community portion will be 100% unlocked at launch. And finally, BounceBit announces integration with Ondo Finance to offer tokenized real-world assets. Nice for BB. BounceBit, let's go. Layer GG over on the Twitter X. Gonna repost that, give it a little like. Got 92 likes, little hearts now. Hopefully I can get some more from you guys. Just saying. If maybe not now, maybe later. No pressure, no pressure. Sean, can you take us back to where the magic happens? I'm just gonna hit the sauce while you take me there. Sean? 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 Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you that Sean has passed out.
For those of you out there that are hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's kick it off. Let's look at this crazy market where Bitcoin is now no longer $104,000. She is hanging around in 97,399 at the present moment, and 412 at the present moment. Sounds kind of interesting to me. Can we get a fresh chart? Can we zoom out? This looks like it could be a fresh chart. Let's remove those 18 drawings. What is this? Is that an open? You never filled my position? Oh. No, don't close position, no. Heavens, no. I got an open position on Bitcoin on this. That's okay. Cool. Clearly, I snapped a bottom down here because I'm a bottom snapper. She also got me here. That was August, wasn't it? Alrighty. Let's play our fibs. I'm going to pull my fib out and I'm going to play with it right here on YouTube. I'm going to take a low or a high to a low. And true that. We are at our 1618. Tis a top area. For real, it is. Excuse me while I play with some trend lines here. That's gonna be Buzzy. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, now was he? Huh. So the fibs are telling us, and they have been telling us, we've looked at this before, of the possible top areas for Bitcoin, because that's the ninth reversal, and that's pretty much the run of this, and ratio wise for where she should say, hey man, I need to take a chill pill. Just true. When we look back 4 years ago, and we go from our high where we were at almost 20,000 almost, and hit a low down here about 3,000, $3,000 right there in that little area. We also have a 618 area. Just want to mark that. In normal circumstances, we would expect that kind of response there. I do agree. I'm kind of impressed that we didn't get exactly that response there. We came back to retest that area, but we kind of blasted through that one 4 years ago, back around the 1st of January. That's when she was testing this, and just gotta give, and no, it gave. It went up, and they came back for the bigger retest. Might we be looking for something similar to that happen this time? Because there is one thing that is for certain that can skew what our analysis says. When we expect bearish results, and we could get the total opposite and get very, very bullish results, and that would be the effect of the halving 6 months after. 6 months after the halving, when the demand for Bitcoin is starting to skyrocket. And this is the first time we've ever had global demand. And just the first scrapings of this global demand has drawn us up to all-time new highs for Bitcoin, breaking the target that we had set for it. Well, for several cycles, really. It was the dream that would never happen, or it seemed like it could never happen, but now it has, and we're floating just a little bit under that. I would say this is always wise to be very cautious, but I would say also, if you're too cautious at this point in the game, you can miss the bigger run. But do notice it's a valid place to where if you do miss it for a little bit, it's such a strong area that needs to be kind of reinforced that I would expect us to come back to that area. So the 618 that we've got up here, and we are. That wasn't it though, was it? That's here. I think I switched charts because we didn't have enough information. I had to go back to a bigger chart. And so, yeah, our 618's hanging at 101, right at 102,000. And definitely, we're feeling it. We felt it. And in normal circumstances, we would look at that and say, yeah, baby. Yeah. We are definitely getting something here. So far, we've been maintaining, we've been holding strong. We hit that high, after we got rejected here. We lost our trend line. And as part of our correction here, I guess, if you will, if you want to call it that. And the possibility of us coming down to 80,000, something like that, it's there. I really don't think that at this point in the game, though, that we would stay there very long. I think that we would have a lot of wicks to buy it. A lot of wicks like we've seen over here. I mean, maybe I'm wrong in my thinking on that. If it did go down there, I'm looking at that as a godsend, because on these bigger time frames, if you look and see this Ichimoku cloud, oh, buddy, she's ready to party. Now, the weekly does give us a warning with the 9 moving average also telling us, 83 it's on the table. Our 9 moving average is there. Price is very far away from that. We might come back and touch that one because we touch that one a lot. On the weekly, we don't touch it too much. We get away from it quite a bit too. So when we get away from it, maybe we go sideways and maybe we come back down. Hopefully we'll go sideways and let it catch up with us. That's what we really want. But I like what I'm seeing for Bitcoin overall. I'm bullish as I'll get it on Bitcoin, and I am currently adding to my bag on Bitcoin every chance that I get. Anywhere that we're below, this $99,000 area, I'm adding more. I'm building that bag a little bit more. I can. I don't have to worry about the $48,000 liquidation price, or $42,000. $38 was where I had me. had me before. I'm not concerned about that. I got some more leeway now, so I can take advantage of all the drops that we get out of Bitcoin from here on out. And like, yeah, baby, let's ride this puppy. See if we can hit $120,000 or more. Pay off a good portion of that loan. Walk out with some more Bitcoin. Grow that bag, baby. Grow it. Grow it. It's all about growing that bag. All right, so that's my take on it. But this, in normal situations, that we would be looking for, you know, a strong rejection here, but we're not seeing it yet. It doesn't mean it can't happen. But I also like what I want to keep up with these other time frames. Now we do have some signs here. Look on the weekly. Got that red dot here. There's another one up here. So I need to look for some bearish divergence. But what I want to point out is all this money flow now. Maybe she's leveled out. She's at a definite higher level than she's been before, but she can get up there kind of high. And we got some fresh new blood coming in this market now. I expect this one to keep on pumping throughout this cycle, throughout this next year, even higher than the levels we've seen there. So there are definite signs of weakness here. There are. Don't get it twisted. But the weakness that we're seeing on some of these guys is that we're not getting as much of an effect as we would normally see from it, in my personal opinion. We're kind of hanging tight. So, what do you think? The biggest one I would be looking at is this MACD, which is showing some slowdown signs, but she ain't nowhere near any kind of cross. A cross on this MACD on the weekly says, baby, you should have been out by now. For real, for real. You need to respect the old MACD weekly cross. You need to try to front run it. But can we get it? Can we? Is it all? It's Alt V, right? Well, let's use that for an example. MACD here, we use on total 3 or Bitcoin. Sees a little latent indicator, so you do well to front run her a little bit. You start looking for those first signs. Should I be paying attention right now? Should I be paying myself a little bit heavier right now? Doing this on the weekly will save you lots of tears and anguish if you can discipline yourself enough to respect the signal when it happens. And that's hard. I have problems doing that. Still, I know about this and I look for this and I still have problems respecting it. I thought I didn't, but this last time proved me wrong. I was like, oh crap, I didn't respect you the way I should have. That was back in the end of April right here. So what the MACD, it kind of tells you, yeah, you should have been out of that market when we crossed, because boom. Yeah, probably should be out. So if you couple that MACD on the weekly with that 9 moving average on the weekly, you got a better shot of nailing it and making sure that you're out. If you respect that signal and believe in it, because you'll be saying, oh, we can bounce back. We're probably good. We'll just bounce back. Yeah, we're good. Now, if you gotta actually act on those, and you're probably you'll be better off if you do act on them, in my personal opinion, than if you don't. And that's what's hard about trading. Or hard about calling it when you need to get out of this market, because you got part of your brain saying, no, we're cool. We're probably cool. I mean, let's be cautious, but you're probably cool. Sometimes you just gotta, man, it did what we said. We need to do what we said we were going to do. It comes down to that. So that should be like, this should be your parachute moment. That's the way I look at it. I look at this signal as, that's my, see y'all. I'm jumping out of this plane. There's my parachute. That's our last one. You got all the stuff in between until that happens to start paying yourself. But that's when, like, oh, we need to get our final paycheck, sir. In my opinion. And it had a slow burn down here, and you even went back up and said, oh, you jumped the gun on that, son. And it would have saved us all that altcoin pain and Bitcoin pain that we had all through here. That was the last time she crossed the downside, and so that's what I've been looking for on the weekly. And luckily, we ain't there yet, baby. We ain't there yet. We're not there yet. We still got some wide open spaces. I know she leveled out a little bit, but look what she did over here. This is where she's leveling out. Let's see what she do when she's leveling out. Let's color this one green for get it on. What did you do? She hung out, went up a little higher, went kind of sideways after it, and you can probably see the site, you know. Well, no, actually, she kind of diverted here. These kept going up. These started waning off a little bit. Twice. But it took it a minute. It took it a minute to get there before we finally got our little sell signal. That was kind of wild, but it would have saved you a lot of pain. Even if you got out at 64,000, I mean, we did drop all the way back down to 50, right? In time. But this is the bullish part of the market, so the pullbacks are not as dire as what we saw, you know, over here, especially here. This was the bullish part of the market over here. Well, this was a lot of Sam Bankman-Fried going on over there too, the FTX shenanigans happening over there. Not the drops, but all their manipulation and stuff, and killing Solana and all this stuff. Or they killed Solana over here. I thought they killed Solana over here. Anyway, I digress. Let's carry on. Got 22 people hanging out here. So I'd like to take a look at total 3 if you don't mind, and since we're on the weekly time frame, I would like to take a look at it. We're still looking at some higher targets that we've not hit. We fell back. I've got a gorgeous little fib here. Not hit yet. What we did do is come up and just get a wee bit higher than where we were. So we're just testing our previous highs. We can still hit these areas, ladies and gentlemen. We can still make it on this run, even if we have to pull back a little bit. But she's looking good, looking good. Look at that Ichimoku cloud. You can barely even see it. I'm going to erase this. See that little sliver of green right there? Yeah. When we got to worry about Ichimoku cloud is when she gets big, thick, and green and price is right up near it. That's when we don't want to, that's what we don't want to see out of that cloud. As long as she's skinny and far away, yeah, I got a little anorexic looking thing over there. Yeah. Hey, you turn sideways and stick your tongue out, you look like a zipper. You got to run around in the shower to get wet. Ichimoku cloud, and I like it that way. That's sexy right now. Yeah, we want Ichimoku cloud to look just like that. And that can help us get some more up. Goodness in our total 3. Our altcoins in translating my nerd speak. I also want to take a look at others. This is most of the altcoins, a good representation here. We also got little Ichimoku cloud just dying to get started. Look at that little turtle head peeking out right there. Look at that little thing. Won't it come out? Won't it come out and play? You know me, I've always got to be drawing a trend line. Always be drawing. ABD. Just looking for some signs, some clues, some ideas, some angles. Nothing speaking to me there, but look at this beautiful cup and handle to the upside. We've got a measure move that we are waiting for of $653 billion to come to this market, which would mean baby bags be pumping. If that happens, we've already cleared one level here and we've not broken it. I think that's important to remember on total 3, right? Oh crap, we just broke it. Well, it's all over, folks. Thanks for joining us. Your bags are going to die now. It's all over. She's likely retesting this area here. We got a good chance not to break this little sucker. Or delete it, regain it, whatever. However you want to look at it. Nope. She's going to retest it right here. Look at that cup and handle to the upside. Ooh, where'd she go? Here's a fun example of a flag tracer's dream. You know it's going to go up. I'm sorry, but I've heard this said many times here. So in a minute, she could go up or she could go down. Measured move is to the upside or to the downside. Right, there's your measured move. or the symmetrical triangle flag pattern to the upside. It's got a cup and handle in that. I know this one's gonna, once she gets past that 21 moving average, she's gone, baby, gone. Sean, let's look at the next coin. So when that didn't play out, did it? Yeah. Sadly. Sean cried that day. I saw him bawling his eyes out. But I really believed him though, Road Dogg. I thought he knew what he's talking about. I didn't know. So could we get a retest here? We got a good chance of it. I would keep our eyes on this Ichimoku cloud on this. I don't know what the 12-hour right here. Let's take a look at your 4-hour. You plan on coming down? You're going to do us some goodness. She's trying to regain that non-moving average. Go for it, baby. Try it. I got faith in you to try to do it. I've got a green little line here telling me we had a 382 Fibonacci retracement. If we can hold this little guy, we got a good chance of having a good strong move. If we can't hold him, well, you know, we're going to do what we do and kind of retrace a little bit, regroup. Hey man, we still in the bear market? Yeah. Should we be buying, you know, here now at this lower price? Yeah, probably. And then we'll start figuring out and go back up. We just had a really good run. And if you didn't get paid enough and pay yourself up there enough, then you're probably saying, man, I really wish I'd pay myself a little bit more. If you did pay yourself up there, you're probably saying, yeah, hey man, this crypto stuff, this works, dude. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Well, I've been going for 47 minutes and got to a gosh darn altcoin. I'm going to invite a special guest tonight to take care of the altcoins. It's really me, just with a different face, because I'm the man of many faces. I'm Drakenoir from, is that the clone or the dude from Game of Thrones? Yeah, that dude. Whatever his name is, I pronounced it correctly. I did. Do not dispute it. It is the name. I will not repeat it, because it will lose its magical value. Are you buying time to find a button? Yeah, because you're not doing your job, Sean. And a poof. Look, it's Christmas dinner on TV. How dare you say that to my face? My little turkey face. 27 people, how's it going? We're starting to get into small coins. I'm going to come back to the chat here soon. Let me go over just a few that seem to be. Here's one that I think that might be a good deal. I haven't looked at this one in quite a while. This one is called Ordi for all you fans. Yes. Well, it's just a little down. The tempo's a little slow, but I think I can dance to it. There might be something here. Yeah. I can feel it. Let's zoom out and see what's really going on here. Already the coin that just made everybody go, wow, man, what's this thing? I remember getting into around $8 and things like that. And she had a wild run, and I've been in and out, and I've got a few, but I don't have what I would consider a bag, so to speak, of this. But, you know, there's a few, because she can get up. She got up to almost $100, or did get up to $100. She's close enough. Nice little run when she's sitting down about $2 and nobody wanted her. It's crazy when coins get down on them bottoms, you know, and they just look like hockey sticks and stuff. People are sitting there, I don't trust it. No, it's that every freaking cycle. And then you know what they do a few months later after that, and everybody's like, ick, I don't touch that. Nope, I wouldn't touch that at all. That one looks like trash. What's coin is trash. You know what happens, you know, they start doing their 5, 10, 20 X's and you miss out on it. Every cycle. I mean, there's some that go to zero, but can you count off how many that, you know, you've probably been in more that haven't went to zero than have went to zero, right? It's getting over those biases. We all got those biases. Hell, even those of us that have been in this game for a while, we'll still get those biases. The fibs kind of help not to get those biases and kind of keep them in check, but even then, like right now, in this point in the market, we're looking at a 618 fib for Bitcoin and saying, they may be trying to go higher, and she might be. Yes, I'm mauled. Sometimes that strength of the market kind of gives us a bonus round, so to speak. So Ordi, she's coming back down at $33, 200 moving average. She's got some work to do, but man, I'm kind of liking it for a retracement. What's a good place to buy, Captain? She's at her 618 right now as we speak. You might get lucky if we take another dip somewhere around 27. You might, but you're risking that by trying to wait too long. Don't miss your shot, young man. If this is your coin, if this is the one that speaks to you, don't miss your shot. However, the tides can turn. I always understand that. You're doing double speak just like everybody else. No, I mean, the tides can turn, man. They can. But most likely you'll be okay if you understand. So you're saying do it or don't? I'm saying don't take your financial advice from turkeys on the internet. That's what I'm saying, young man. Is this the moment where we got to say, hey, man, I'm taking... I knew I had problems, Doc. I knew it. I was watching YouTube and I saw this turkey who was talking about making money on the internet. So this turkey, I just sold the house, sold the wife, sold the kids, and I just did what the turkey said was probably looked like it could do something. So if I'm hearing you right, you're telling me that you were watching a turkey on the internet and you decided, hey, this sounds like a sound financial opportunity. I'm just going to chunk everything into what this turkey on the internet says to do. Yep. And now I'm a turkey. The moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen, is don't eat turkey at Christmas. That's what this whole show is about. If you haven't figured it out by now, do not eat turkey at Christmas. I'm just saying. Let the birds live for a chance. Let the birds live. Let them fly. They were meant to gobble, 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 gobble. Let them do it. Poor turkeys. God rest their merry souls. God rest them everyone. If we break this channel that we're in, and it's a bearish one, it is. I don't mean to scare you at all. There could be a nasty drop on this little guy. There could be, but I really don't think there's much to... I think the bigger picture play is really what we should see here. We got a swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. Well, gosh darn it, it was a 786. Will we come back down there at $22? Anything could happen in this market, but we're getting ready to get these moving averages to start flipping the 200 moving average. We can regain that 200 moving average. And if we were to do that, I know this sounds crazy. I'm just going to do the shortcut method to do this without getting into the fancy stuff. But you got this little guy that would take us right up here. And gosh darn it, the actual measure move is coming in at 117. And I'm going to say, I'm going to say 122. 122 for real, for real. That could happen. That's a rather steep retracement, though. And so I would definitely go with there you are, 172. This little guy right here, 107. And it sounds crazy at the moment, I know. And I'm not that crazy turkey out there. If I had to play this game, that's where I would be trying to take some profits on this guy, because buying here and selling up there at that higher high area would be 228%, $160. I'm cool with that. $32. Maybe it's a DCA. A situation like this would warrant DCA if you're not quite so, not trying that I'm trying to sell you ordy. I'm just saying that you might find yourself in a similar situation on another coin, just something like this. You're at a level where you're like, I don't know, it looks like it's going to drop, man. What should I do? What should I do? Well, you either, be patient and wait for confirmation and really, put the brakes on that inner degen, or you find some kind of way to compromise with that inner degen and say, I'll buy it a little bit now. Just to give you a little bit. Come on, give me a little bit. Just the tip. Sometimes that does not work out and you fall all in. So don't, be careful. That degen has a way of doing that. It'll whip it out on you. But overall, moving averages are saying goody, goody, goody. So I mean, you could get in just a little bit, and if she does start bouncing, she she gets back above the 200 moving average, and then you can get in a lot more, maybe about 36, 38. Just $5 difference or whatever. I don't know. Some ideas to throw out there. You know, you don't have to do everything at once. Is what I'm saying. You don't have to make a 100% decision and go 100% with all your 100% position. You've got options, baby. You got options. Let's check out one of the coins that you guys wanted to take a look at. We've got Cubic was one. I've still got that up. I think we looked at it last night. Cubic, how's she doing? She's still out there. I'm still looking for some lower prices if it can happen. I think it's good. She hadn't come down here. Looks like she's trying to actually go on up. What are you doing, Cubic? Did you find support? Did you find a Wonder Bra? Let's hope she got a Wonder Bra. They have fabulous support, I'm told. I haven't been told anything about Wonder Bras. 0.5. Okay. For a bit, that could hold. If she holds, that's cool. We want that. And you actually could take that measure move. Sacred is to put it at the Fibonacci at the 0.5, and then you get your target. Get your targets. Get your targets right here, ladies and gentlemen. Get your targets. You can't draw a line. What kind of place we at, Safe Trade? You won't even let me do a line, an Alt J, just a simple little Alt J. That's all I'm asking for. Just asking for a little Alt J here. Come on, you know me. It's not gonna hurt anybody. It's just, you know, between us. I won't tell anybody, you know. You can do it. That's coming in somewhere about a lot of zeros in 74.64, right there. Yeah. We're hanging out somewhere around, where are we right now? I don't even know where I'm at 39.79. So there's almost a doubling. Could be a coming for a Cubic. Let's go Cubic. That's short term, basically. We're on the daily chart. We do have a higher target up there in this area, which is at 8,300. Cubic, like it. I've been in it for a while, so I'm glad to see it's getting traded more places. This was the only place I can find it on Safe Trade. Let's take a look at Caspi. The Casper meme coin. It's like the only one that's kind of holding its weight right now. The other ones seem like they've fallen off the... I don't know. Perhaps in time they will regain and make it worth being in them. Otherwise, well, looks like the early birds, they sowed the worms. Rising wedgies break to the downside. What percent of the time, ladies and gentlemen? What percent of the time would they break to the downside? 60% is the correct answer if you listen to Thomas Pukowski. You're liable to hear any gosh darn thing on YouTube these days. I'm hearing them say that they break to the upside 68% of the time. I'm like, you 68 a lot, dude. You know, there's actually... Makes me think you looked off of somebody's paper instead of actually doing the work or something. It's just what it makes me feel like. I'm just saying. Makes me think that maybe they didn't really put the work in, because when I put the work in, I found out it was 60%. That's all I'm saying. And you can put the work in for free rather than paying those who probably didn't put the work in. But over here at thepatternSide.com, ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Pukowski, the man who actually wrote... You ever think you'd throw me a nickel every once in a while or something for doing this? This is totally free just because I believe in the man and what he taught me. What I learned from this man changed the game for me. It made sense to me. It clicked with me, and I'm trying to share that information here on this channel. I don't do it perfectly according to him, but it heavily influences the way that I interpret this market. I think that you could apply your interpretation of his interpretations into your system, and you would probably end up winning on this market a lot more better. We're going to do it gooder this time. We're going to do it bigger, faster, gooder, stronger. Well, $6 million Caspi. So, are you in danger, darling? Are you thinking about coming down? Are you wanting to take a walk? Are you wanting to go on the wild side? What are you trying to do, Caspi? I can't read you, baby. I can't tell no more.
You want to go up, and then you want to go down, and then you just want to go sideways. Gosh darn it, you're tiring us out. She just lost her non-moving average on the daily, so there is trouble in Toyland, but she can find some support down here at the 21 moving average. How many times you heard that? Well, it's true. It is a valuable moving average that comes into play. I like the moving averages because if you ever start looking at the relationships between them, that's when they'll start talking to you and helping you really navigate things better as far as the momentum on these moves and things. The moving averages will talk to you. We're gonna take you into consideration here, darling. Nice scallop pattern, nice scalloping. We like these dippy moves, and she might be coming down, just honest. She did. So maybe just getting a little correction here. We're going to take a fibrillator from the low to the high, see where we're at. 0.5 area, 618 could be in play. She's in a cloud, so we got to look at this area. Maybe she'll come down. 618 would be good. It's a healthy place. Let's look at that. We got a trend line also there for support, meaning confluence, meaning, hey man, it's got a good chance to hold. 100 moving averages down here. If you wanted some hopium, perhaps you could regain the 50 and regain these areas and just, pretend none of this ever happened. It was just a bad day at the markets. It's a bad day at the mall, and we will just carry on and look at 2 weeks from now. This is like nothing. Could happen that way. Have you been watching soap operas again? Shh. 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 The turkey doesn't watch soap operas. We watch the Mexican ones. They're saucy. Let's take a look at SD. Did we get anything on Caspi? We got a target. You want a higher target? Maybe a higher target. She didn't quite make it up there, did she? That one's on the table. Dinner on the ground. Here's what I find interesting. We start from the beginning, because in the beginning's always usually a good place to start, really, when you think about it, isn't it? Usually most people start at the beginning. Don't really, if you start in the middle, it's not really, it might be the beginning for you, but it's really not the beginning. I'm just saying. These observations are free for you. I do not charge for that. That is free, ladies and gentlemen. You get turkey wisdom right there. Turkey analytics. That's what we need to call it. Or turkey analytics. We go gray. Could we get up to 83? We're sitting at 16 right now, or 6,000. We'll add a couple of thousand to our resume here if we can catch a lift up there. I think she's got it in her. Let's go do it, baby. Let's try it. If you want a little hopium on your indicators, I would look at your MACD. She's showing the signs of wanting to start turning things around. She's like, you know what? I miss being up there. I miss going to them fancy restaurants. Let's go back up there. That was a good side of town. That was a good gentleman. He treated me very well. Better than you little deadbeat. All right, let's take a look at Orca. Believe it or not, some of these coins actually be pumping out here. Orca seems to be one of them, wanting to do a little pump action here after finding support around 450. She is back to $5.40. Maybe she's going back to that $8 area. You remember where you said, man, that's too high. I can't buy there. What can you buy now? If you want Orca, you may not want Orca. You might say, I don't want whale. You may not be a whale kind of person. Maybe you don't like that. Maybe we should look at cock in you or something like that. But right now, the Orca is doing pretty good. I'm just saying. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. 786 retracement there, looking good. Recovering this little area known as the 618. Which, but if you apply our little method to this little guy, swing high to swing low, you'd be looking at that's really like more of your 236 area. So giving you the green light. Hey man, we're of accumulation zone. Let's keep going higher. Used car salesman says what? 640 is a great little target to look for. I still like this little guy right up here in this little area. $9.85 to be a coming soon to a wallet near you if you own Orca. Zoom out, baby. Walk it off. Walk it off. What's happening? Let's get rid of some of these old has-been prices like this one right here at $6.52. That's not where we are right now, but we did hit it and go beyond. We tapped that and on through. We just busted on through to the other side. Oh my God, we tore that one up. Tore it up. It's $8.67. You little Dickens, you. Look at you. Did you go the full? Did you give us the full Monty right there? Did you just slap it on us? Let's take that measure move and see how this little sucker measured up. That little measure move did pretty dang good, I gotta say. That little measure move would have got to almost nailed it. But I tell you one that probably would not nail it if you've seen it done this way, and it's been done this way many a time. To put the target like this, put that not even at the breakout, but if you did put it at the breakout, well, you got the crazy one up here that we do have some confluence, but it's a different thing going on here. And it did not happen. The conservative one would have played out better for you, even taking it just to the leg if you wanted to make that play. Thomas Bukowski has this method of doing it, right? He says that you take this from the high to the very low that it goes. That's down here, so we can estimate it here if I want to match up my little lines and everything. That would be the actual measure move. But there's a multiplier you put on. It's about 62%. So now the actual measure move would have got close, but not quite. And so that's why when it take me measure move on the falling wedge, swing high and swing low, we do what I'll call the road dog Bukowski method, a little mesh of the two. It's just, to get that 62%. We're measured here from 0, right, to 60 to the 618. That's 62%. Let's pull this down to the bottom. And now we got a little measure move that we would take, and that's where we got this one, the Bukowski measure move at 640. That's what we had. I know, so didn't nail it. I'm sorry to disappoint you on the daily chart, but we did not nail that one with that one. We exceeded it beyond our expectations, but then we lost it because it did turn out to be actually a key area. Our measure moves are really key areas. That's what we're looking for. This one got a little excited. She shot off a little too early and a little too far, but hey, that's okay. Sometimes you get a squirter like that, I guess. Is it a bad thing? Sometimes it's a grower. Well, that's a whopper. You should be happy, I guess. I don't know. We're going to switch the subject. Are we going to break out? Are we going to break out? Are we getting a breakout? She's wanting to do something here on the 4 hour. I'm just kind of saying. The MACD says getting kind of frisky, and this is Aunt B, Aunt D, Aunt MACD here. This she comes to the party a little late sometimes, and usually kind of sauced up and a little frisky and flirty. I'm just saying. It looks to me like we want to try to do something here, even on the 24-minute, which was a random time frame. Look at those double bottoms right here. Those look like they need pasties. I'm just saying. This is a late night channel, but I can't help it. We got a dress code around here. Put some happy faces right. And cover yourself, madam, please. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's beautiful. Love it. Gorgeous shape. The shape of this. No. You're just tilting a little bit. You're fine. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. Love it. Nothing near it. Anything wrong with it. Even Lucy likes it. Look, Lucy had to give her hands into that. Yeah, I'm telling you, she don't miss a beat. If there's something juicy to be found, Lucy's going to be there. The little devil girl. The little 666 moving average that you say, oh man, Road Dog, that's just stupid. Price don't respect that, but every time I show you where Price talks to Lucy, Price talks to Lucy, and the 800. I like to use them together. Lucy's above the 800 saying, hey man, we got some good strong momentum in the right directions here on the bigger parts that matter. See you little pasties later. We got a double bottom oh, whoa, that's not pasties, that's a bottom. That's why I say if you call this a neckline, I'm going to call them pasty boobies. I have petitioned for the terminology to be called a belt line, because if we're going to call this a double bottom, it just makes sense. If you insist, Mr. Rukowski, sir, on making that a neckline, I'm going to call it a double booby pattern. I'm just saying. I'm beefing with Thomas Bukowski. Yes, it is true. He is my hero, but I'm beefing with him right now. We need to change this, mister. For the case of semantics and clarity, we need clarification on this. Is it called a neckline or a belt line? I rest my case, ladies and gentlemen. You let me know in the chat. Orca doing kind of cool, right? Let's come back to the Jab. Let's see what you guys are talking about, because this turkey going to talk some crazy stuff right now. We need to switch off Turkey. He just lost it. Turkey man, take a break, baby. Where was Santa Ho-Ho? We lost Santa Ho-Ho for good. Poof. Oh, Santa Ho-Ho. Ho-Ho Santa. Ho-Ho. Drive your 5-0. How's it going, my man? What up, Road Dog? About a little bit of this dip, but something telling me we ain't done yet. She might linger a little. I don't think it's going to be horrible. I'm not saying that's going to be horrible just yet. Watch us crash even more. You'll come back and say, you suck, Road Dog. But this is the season. This is the season. Where's the season? To buy the dip. You don't want to go to a Christmas party without the dip. It could be. We could do that. And I remember distinctly going over these ideas about Christmas. In October, November, and all of that. You know, we get these ideas that it's only up, right? October, man, this is it. It's going to happen, right? And it was horrible for the most part until. What about November? Well, it started good, and I don't know. Oh man, I thought you said what's up. Yeah, November turned out to be pretty good. And December, I mean, but in the middle of December and toward the end of December, I mean, there's lots of times I recall distinctly saying, "Where's all the upness?" We do get the pullbacks. You do. They try to scare you out too. They do. But remember, 4-year cycle, we're well past it. That was back in April. We're getting close. If you play your cards right, don't go too crazy on your leverage. If you're doing the leverage plays or any kind of that, if you're doing the smart spot margin, that's what I would recommend. You have more control that way. But even spot, you know, I mean, why would you want to keep your spots are probably very valuable. The biggest mistake you could make right now is to sell out of a position that you don't want to sell out of. And sell parts of it, 25, 10%, 25, 50% even. But if you sell out of one that you're going to look back and say, man, that was the one I was really wanting to hold, because you might not find that entry back in as good as you had it. So you need to have a plan on this cycle, but hopefully, I think most of you do. You have an exit plan. You know how to get out of this market, whether it's layering out taking out 5% each month. That's something I kind of recommend. If you don't have something, that's a great one to go with. Probably do better than most of the people out here with the YouTube channel if you do that, honestly. Hey, your guru don't have an exit plan. They don't. And if you listen to them closely, you hear how they round tripped a lot of their coins from the last cycle. They didn't cash out at the top. Listen to them. And I'm telling you, there is no reason really for an altcoin to round trip an altcoin. There's just not. It's just ego trying to, I miss selling it at a good price. There's no reason to, because you're taking a chance that they will die, because a lot of them do. Projects fail, something new, better technology comes. It's not smart to round trip an altcoin. You need to exit your altcoin positions at the end of this cycle. Just in case we're not clear on that, we need to lay down the rules here. You're not supposed to carry your altcoins again, because they go down 90% and then they will go down another 98% from that. You thought you had bottom? Nope.
Nope. You wanted to put in just as much money there to kind of offset it, and then that tanks down another night. Yeah, you don't do that. You get out, and you put that money in something solid. Put it into the Bitcoin. You take a hit on it, but hey, man, you won't ever regret it in the end. Put in stablecoin, do something. Don't keep it in those altcoins. Don't round trip them. Listen to them gurus. They made their mistakes. They just ain't talking about it. They just make it sound like, yeah, I meant to do that. I meant to hold this one for 8 years. Like, click, click. Glasshopper says Solana keeps providing. Dang it, John. Pretty smart turkey though, says Bugpick. Oh, I'm not turkey anymore. I'm sorry. I think it's turkey like that though. Oh, is it Turkey AI? You can trust his advice. Altcoin to the moon. Let's take note of Altcoin. I am playing Altcoin. Did I look at SD? I'm not sure that I did. Total 3-week breakout on the 1 hour. Bulkowski, the name is kind of poetic. Lols. Chest line. That would I would compromise for that. I would compromise for chest line. It's not a neckline. It's not a belt line or a hip line. It's just I could do that. I could go with that. Maybe we could get with Mr. Bukowski and kind of mediate a compromise here. Speaking of ho, where are the dancing friends? Some of you guys only come for the women. Me too. Ha! Hey girls, you've been requested. It's time for you to come out. It's time to turn on the party. There has been a request. Bring out the dancing girls. Sean? Gather up the girls, please. Chop, please. Well, we got to set the stage if we're going to bring out the girls, right? It's just not fair. We got to set the environment, make sure first that it's very secure and safe. That's very important when you're dealing with any of the ladies. Keep them very safe and secure, protected, if you will. Make sure they can take care of themselves. They dang sure can, but you know, we do our part too. So, Raymond security, Sean, Habib. Put down the machete, Habib. You're supposed to make them feel safe, not frightened. Gosh darn it, Habib. You try to teach them. You try, but okay. So we'll bring out the disco ball. Woo! Set the mood. Oh, we got to get rid of all the bear's tendency because we don't like negativity. So the bear's got to go, but the banana can stay. The banana can stay. They don't seem to be as objectified. They don't like bears so much. The bears are kind of scary, but the bananas, I don't know. There's something about bananas that are kind of attractive. So there's the girls with the banana, and Stanley can stay because he gives away free stuff, and that's okay too. They probably won't object if you ask them for free stuff. I'm just saying. The girls, do you mind not getting free stuff? You want free stuff? It's okay. They all seem to like free stuff. That's something I've observed. Duality Crypto says monkey aliens. Bobby I says, evening ladies. Hypothetically, I had a bag of Satoshis that you wanted to roll into some top 50 projects, and all is relative, but compared to Bitcoin, less relative. Thoughts on timing strategy? What? Well, let me read the question because I got lost in there with the. Less relative thoughts on timing and strategies. I'm still not sure how to interpret those words. I will meditate on that. Cheers. Buckpick says first link sells at 52, 72, then the moon bag at 136. I like those numbers for Link. I do. Buckpick, those women have interesting dance moves.
They're very well trained. Very, very, very well. A little bit repetitive sometimes, but very well trained. They're twins. Or clones. Or clones of twins. They could be clones of twins. But I will not tell you which one. Tacos! When to convert Bitcoin to other projects. That... I like to look at total 3. Not total 3, Bitcoin dominance. That's where I think you find the magic on that. So if you're in Bitcoin, I mean, this would have been a good opportunity for short term. I wasn't really totally sold on it, but we started losing it, and then you can't deny that. I still think by what I see on the charts, man, we got a chance to recover this. That's the charts keep saying we can make a comeback. We can get it all back. We can come back. We can shoot this dominance to the moon. And they keep telling me that, and I'm going to keep an eye out for it. This chart looks horrible. You screwed this one all up. Should we start again? On Bitcoin dominance. Clear out a little bit. Look at it on the weekly. Weekly on the indicators, man, for Bitcoin dominance. I'm just saying, if I saw that for a good place to buy something, I'd be thinking that's getting ready to go to the upside right there. Now maybe she's hanging around here, be a little bit choppy. Maybe she can get a little bit more downside. Maybe that could be so. But ladies and gentlemen, usually in our experience with these indicators, when they come to the bottom and bottom out as you sow, you kind of hit bottom. Once you hit bottom, there's really no place up to go. Can't go down any lower. You need to go up because you hit bottom. Sometimes you might think you hit bottom, did not hit bottom. You might continue to go lower. And then you say, I realize I was delusioned. That was not the bottom. Sucks to be you in those instances, but at some point, ladies and gentlemen, you will hit bottom, the rock bottom. And once you do, up is the only choice that you have. Oh my God, you should be a motivational speaker. That was just so enlightening. I feel the sarcasm coming off of your lips. Anyway, Bitcoin dominance, man. We have to look at Bitcoin dominance. This is what this tells us when Bitcoin is winning, when it's better to be in Bitcoin. Yeah, another way to know if it's better being Bitcoin is if your portfolio is in Bitcoin and it's already 10x or more, because this was a $100,000 paper account, mind you. Paper account. Don't be showing up on my doorstep saying, "Give me the money! Give me the money!" It's paper. Not the spendable kind either, like the imaginary, like, oh my gosh, well, let's imagine some numbers and just track them for fun. Yeah, okay, so no more doorstep. Do not show up on my doorstep. Make sure you get the message. The memo, do not show up on my doorstep. Just saying. All right, so $100,000 gets up to $1.3 million. Bitcoin. Mostly Bitcoin. $100,000 into altcoins would not be $1.3 million. No, it would not. I guarantee you, because Bitcoin dominance has just shredded altcoins. It's outperformed them. You just didn't want to admit it, and sometimes it's hard to admit it, right? Most likely, let you buy altcoins when Bitcoin dominance was down here. When Bitcoin dominance is down here. Well, that's if you buy altcoins, buy them in dollars. But your dollars would be best put into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin will just outperform it. It will be what the market wants to gravitate to, is more Bitcoin than your altcoins. When we need to sell out of our Bitcoin into altcoins is when we do get rejections, right? And one of the nice little areas I see go high to low. Tell me where price is going to go. We went up there. That's 618 right there. That's at 74%. Is there a chance we can come back there? We could hope for it. We could hope for it in the greater move of things. We will mark that. Always worth marking that, but we're playing on a little bit of a lower leg here. We're going to take a look at dominance. This clues us when to get in and when to get out with Bitcoin.
When will it be worthwhile selling, getting rid of some, or maybe borrowing and get some Bitcoin? Think of it in those terms. Maybe you don't want to sell your Bitcoin, but you could borrow against it. Borrow against it in a way as a spot margin would be an easier way. You can maybe just go out there and do it on one of the platforms and do it that way too, the more elaborate way. But usually your exchanges will let you utilize Bitcoin that way. If that was our well, first of all, let's do it this way. Why did we bounce here? Why did we lose this guy? We go from our latest high that we had there down to our lows. We can see that that's our 618. That's 60%. That was most people's target from this, that we would hit that and get rejected, and we did. It didn't look like she was going to do it. And I still think she could still go up. All the other signs are saying, man, this is just a pullback. The world will start looking more at Bitcoin. It will get more widely adopted. That's my prediction on it. We lost a channel, rising wedge. Some people seeing it that way. We could be coming down right now. We need to be taking a pull from the bottoms. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where we need to buy. And we're holding this 236 Fibonacci here, and that's great. That's awesome. It doesn't usually stick though. It really doesn't. Now if we're very, very bullish, maybe it will. If it does stick, it can mean a hella move to the upside. And most people would read this, to start looking down here. 47%, 50%, not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, not going to happen. Even if we come down to 52% and getting a nice little altcoin season for the next month or two, she's still going to bounce from here and go freaking to the upside. So sucks that we lost this trend line. It really, really does. Maybe we'll ask Elliot. Elliot, what do you say? Elliot's saying we in an ABC correction. So Elliot seems to think that we're coming back up for a retest. And I do too. I think we got a possibility to come back up for a retest. Meaning altcoins suffer, and then maybe we come back down for a little bit. But ABC correction means, well, we get this little leg down, maybe a little bit lower, maybe not lower. Maybe down here, maybe not down here. But then we start working on another leg. Oh, another one, another two, another three, another four. We start going back up. I think we can happen pattern-wise or trend line-wise, or just regain the trend line, or later on, or just start going on a different channel. Did it change the channel? Well, I mean, she could be. As we were in, for those that may not see what I'm talking about, because I'm not always as clear as a bell. You said it. Can I quote you on that? Don't you? Shut up, Sean. Gosh darn it, man. So from this channel, we could be working on making another channel. Maybe it's a skinny channel. Maybe it's a fat channel. Maybe it's a huge channel. I don't know. We don't know. Ichimoku Cloud says, honey, you can make all the channels you want to. I'm getting ready to rock your freaking world. Ooh, that's scary when you say it that way, Ichimoku Cloud. I'm just saying, you got too much bass in your voice. This is too much for me. But I like where you're coming from. I like your ambition. I'll say do it, but please do it from just a little distance. Because maybe you scared me. So again, recap. We had a nice little fib area that seems to be holding. If we actually get our bounce here, like if this is our bounce, like this is our bullish bounce, I mean, you're going to call me that, you're going to call me the moon boy, but you do have that measured move that would take you up to this area. And I'm not going to touch that. And maybe she'll follow that same chat. I don't know. 78%. If we were to follow that same trajectory, because I took the same angle, oh man, that goes way crazy. That doesn't make sense to me at the moment. Maybe it will later on. Maybe later on you'll say, yeah, that was never going to make any sense. I see where we could be coming back up on Bitcoin dominance on smaller time frames. That's what the weekly's telling me. And then we come and look at the 2 hour and we see that we've got a bottoming pattern here on a fib line with that we just identified, right? This 236 area. So it's a level where a bottoming pattern could make sense on the smaller time frames. I'm just saying, and it's a inverted Adam and Eve pattern for all of y'all that don't know. And she's got a dangle and then she's got a little sack behind it, or maybe it's a he. But maybe this is Adam and this is Eve. Now in bear markets, they can come down and you can have a twin. You're like, oh, threesome or date night. But it's usually kind of lackluster because, I don't know, they kind of fizzle out or something. And like, I'm too tired. You do it. Oh no. This is like, anyway, but sometimes the party can get started and they just start going off. I don't know. You're watching a turkey late night. I don't know what comes out of this turkey's mouth. I have no control over it. We're above the 200 moving average here on the 2 hour. I gotta say that. And I like that. Yeah, the Bitcoin dominance is looking kind of strong to me. Like she wants to come up and retest some of these areas over here. So that spells a little disaster for altcoins. I got on a big O spill on this. I'm so sorry. Gapos is trading in the club. Don't we have more people? Some people left. Oh, we had more and then they lost. Oh, 26 people. How's it going, people? If you have any requests you would like to look at, let me put up the official notification here. Sometimes it's more fun to look at coins that you guys want to look at than it is to look at the ones I want to look at. But where are they? Right here. We're just chilling. So I will come back to this in just a few minutes. Right now, we're going to look and see if we can find anything that's getting ready to do something. I like to see something that might be ready to do something. One that might be ready to do something once took a little hit is Neon. I am not in this one. Neon EVM over on Solana. Let's take a look at it on probably KuCoin would be the best place. She went way up and then she went down. Went up to 86 cents and now we're 46 cents. Don't FOMO in this debt. We just now started looking at put the phone down. Don't click that button. For the love of God. We just mentioned the name. That's all. That's all we did. Oh, she could be starting a nice little butt crack right here. The butt cracks usually have like a twin cheek. And it could be a big old cheek. Could be a little cheek. A lot of them have been kind of skimpy. It's that Ozempic. I know what it is. They've been doing Ozempic. There's just not enough fat on that butt cheek, but it's been taken off. We know what's going on around here. We do. We got all the inside skinny. I'm here all week, folks. Oh! Play what I did there. All right. We got a trend line, ladies and gentlemen. It's always good to have a trend line because that gives you a baseline and you know, hey man, we at least got some place to look for some support. Don't know that we will get back down there on the daily. It looks like this could hold. This might be strong. My MACD is not yet convinced. My MACD is saying, oh yeah, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me show you what I can do. But she might be fooling us. She might duck lip on us. I like that the 9 moving average. I will lean more to my 9 moving average in the Ichimoku cloud right now to help me determine what might be coming on here. 9 moving average across that 200. We're finding support on this red 21. That looks promising. We're at the 200, just sandwiched in between it. Looks like these might be trying to cross that 21 or the 200 moving average, and that would be bullish. Ichimoku cloud over here saying, I like that idea. Let's do it. That looks sexy to me. And she's like, let's roll with it. So it looks like we are starting to regain, and that this ribbon is trying to flip. The flipping is happening. Oh my God, we just lost 14 people. No. We're at a bottom. We pulled our fibs. The fibs will tell us, man, we're still in this great accumulation area, closer to the juicy prices than the, oh man, that's just getting a little too high for me to accumulate up here. You're getting in the very discounted zone right now. Probably one of the last sales that you will see on this, somewhere around 46 cents for Neon. That's just my personal opinion. I'm still not in it. Don't know if I'm going to be in it. I'm just telling you what the chart says. But then from this area, I would be looking for it to be headed up to $1. I know it sounds crazy right now. We're sitting at 46 cents, just kicking back, having a few Coronas and whatnot, and you look around and say, hey, you have plastic surgery? Where did those come from? I don't remember them looking like that. They look different. Should we say something? Well, you kind of said it out loud. Oh, shoot.
we were having Coronas, remember? Yeah, Corona will do that sometimes, so don't do it with Coronas. But sometimes you'll look around and say, oh man, these bags are kind of bigger than what I remember. And you're like, can I touch them? And oh, you be respectful. Gosh darn it, man. Yeah, here we are again. They just kind of creep into the conversation. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I could tell you what Freud and Jung would say, but I don't really want to talk about that on here. All right, so yeah, this is not a psychology channel. Why if she gets back to $2 or if she ever gets there on this chart, $2.91 for this one eventually. For the longer term play, I don't know if you're playing this short term, long term. I don't know what you got. We tried to cover all the situations here at the Road Dog Crypto Show. We didn't get the very short ones, so let's do that very quickly. The fibs will just do that. We'll just bypass all the little, hey man, this looks like a triangle and that looks like a square and this one looks like we can if you want, but it's just nothing there right now. You got an possible ABCD that's happening right there that would take you back up to these areas about 74, 75 cents. It's a sweet spot short term. From there, she just looks like she will hit to $1.05 because that was resistance over here. It was support. It is no longer support. Therefore, that's a good place for her to bump her head over here at $1.04. That makes a sweeter target in my personal opinion. I would lean toward that one. What, Lassie? Timmy fell in the well? $1.56 or $1.93 for those little longer term targets, and for you die-hard diamond holders that are looking for, I want it to make me the X's. Well, your wish is my command, I guess. I just came out of nowhere. I really have no control over this or any control whatsoever of the market. Remember, I am just a turkey giving my opinion on the internet. $2.91. Well, let's come back and talk to you guys because I'm tired of talking to myself. I just kind of go in circles and end up talking about boobies. Bobby Yah says time. Let's look at it. What's time doing this time? Time. Still loving that $20 area, whether it's 23 or 28. I don't know. It's like, can we get out of the 20s? Can we get past Andrew Jackson and start going into Alexander Hamilton territory up toward the 50s? I'm just saying, it's about time to do that, Time. Don't you say? What do you say? Here on the daily, Time is getting ready to give us a bullish signal. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Hopefully, I don't know where you watched before, but we're just going to say you heard it here first. On the daily time frame, because the algorithm likes that. The 50 moving average is crossing over the 200, meaning buy signal. Your official moving average buy signal, the golden cross. Sounds so glorious. Yeah, it's like, let's FOMO in now. And I will say nay. I will say buy the next pullback. And we may be right smack dab in the middle of it. There's a 360 moving average I keep hanging around that we find support on. Maybe. I would say, personally, with this one, some situation like this, DCA. Perfect. Beautiful for DCA. If she comes down lower, you get her cheaper. Goes up higher, hey man, you're still getting her cheap. And at least you're on the right side of it, right? Let's just take it off and leaving me. Well, just as she goes up, or go ahead and go hog wild in because she ain't coming down here. If she's coming down, DCA. But you're getting a good go ahead signals, and it will be choppy. It will not be just straight up. It never is straight up with this one. She likes to hang around $20 too much. Look at this gorgeous little butt crack we got going on. Remember we were talking about butt cracks just a minute ago. And she cracked us. Yep. And this cheek is on Ozempic, it looks like, and it may be starting to get up here. I got $36, but the real place, 50, man. Show me some Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton! You don't want to miss your shot. Eliza! All right, let's go. Road Dog, did you just admit that you watch musicals to the rest of the world? Oh God, Jesus. What's the number of HR, Sean? It's about Alexander Hamilton. There was bitching.
The dude also wrote a lot of the songs from Moana that we love, Sean.
Oh, say it's not so, Road Dog. Shiny.
Da, da, da. Yeah, remember that?
I love that song. Shiny.
Anyway, let's move on. Unless you want to start, let's start talking about, or maybe sing songs for the greatest hits from Frozen. It is Christmas. I'm just saying. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm just kidding. Let's. I want to take a look at Peak. Let's take a peek at Peak. Pikachu. Nailed it. That was old. That's an old nailed it. We just like to nail it over and over and over again. We repeatedly nailed it on this one. It's like a target that is just made for nailing. We was like nailing so much. We nailed it. I don't know how many times we just nailed it one day and came back and nailed it again the next day and it nailed it. I don't know. I'm holding. I'm really kind of holding. Really kind of holding, not taking profits because this is, I've decided to make this one of my long-term holds and I see no reason. I could play it, but she's so cheap right now still. Is she going to keep doing some more uppity-upness? Well, nothing seems to be stopping her just yet, but this trend line is throwing a damper on her, and they don't always ride the top of these. You know, if you noticed on the megaphone patterns, they kind of bounce from the top and come back to the bottoms or the middles, and so we might get something like that. But the further we do hang out up here, well, the closer the middle is to us. So we got that. Look on the bright side. If you're going to be a deluded optimist, look on the bright side. Personally, I like this little thing that I see going on with these moving averages, and this is what I affectionately term to as the duck lip. Yes, the duck lip. And tonight's stream is affectionately called the turkey lip. All right, the duck lip because the moving averages, it looks like a duck, get it? It looks like a kissy cat duck, and then it's got a little red tongue coming out and going, licking that price. That was kind of weird. But anyway, she's getting kind of like a, I don't know, like she's turning into an alligator monster or something. Sean, get the duck lips off the screen. Thank you. Hey girls, how you doing? You doing all right? Just checking on you. Need anything? All right. As the waiter ran by, I got it. I'll get the bill this time. All right. All right. That's cool. All right. Got to take care of the ladies. Always. Don't let that banana poke you. He's tricky. You gotta watch out for them bananas. All right, so Peak on the 4 hour looks kind of cool. She's flagging out. Look, she's in a little symmetrical triangle pattern. If you want to get in the nitty gritty, you're just right on the bottom. This is what people do when they get bored and don't have enough to do outside in life. They want to come in and look on the smaller time frames to get all the nitty gritty. Unless you're a day trader, otherwise you may be prone to over trading and just kind of getting too anal in this stuff. I'm just throwing some. Don't click. I didn't mean to. Come back. Just gotta tell it like it is sometimes. It's okay. Just realize it. That's all. I mean, you don't get in trouble until you're caught up in it and you don't realize that's what you're doing. Then you're like, you know, but if you realize it, then you're like, oh, maybe I should, you know, pay attention to that and get myself under control a little bit better. I'm just somebody else right there. It's the weird music, people. It's the weird music. I'm sorry. This trading music. There was some new music. I think this sounds like Halloween music. It just really does. The music heavily influences the way that I talk and interact here. It really does. Are we on Deep House now? It's not Deep House. How about something a little bit more holiday spirited? Yeah, let me. If you haven't got your fill of Christmas music yet, welcome to Road Dog Crypto. I feel so good. I feel so. I'm a roasted turkey. So Peak doing good. Coming back up to our 70 cent area. Can she go any higher? She can. Will she? That's the question. Let's just zoom out, and I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff off because, well, why keep it on there? Old news, right? Dailies. We can work with the daily. we've got enough information to work with the daily. Look, we're above the 9 moving average. Well, above the 21. Oh my God. You know, when price gets way above the 21, you know, it's a perfect time to get out. And I'm like, what? How can you? That's too far. That's not a good one to tell you when to get out of the market. The 9, some people even go to the 3. A smaller one will work better on the bigger time frame. They put it that way. I mean, you can even get a 3 maybe on this or on the weekly to help you out. But the 9, if you're above the 9, maybe you're doing just fine. Good out peak. Where are you going to go? Because I don't think you've met your new top yet. I think you're still trying to go someplace, and we are at a 1272 area, which is definitely could give a rejection. At 1414, I'm looking at that last night and saying, man, this is probably it. But she's saying, no, I still got further, and so we're looking at our 1618. The 1618. That's coming in about 80, just a little shy of 85 cents for peak. That might be a nice place to maybe take a little profit. Where did you come down to? 786. That is extremely. That was really bullish for what I would normally be having. She did really good for that. If she gets past here, that is. That was the area. All right. Hello, chatty people. What's going on here? Baba Yaz. Prime is good. Prime was on one of my lists to actually look at. I never got around to. Oh, Sal Paris. Hey, welcome to stream. New name. Hey. Hope we don't freak you out too much. I wonder if that Crenshaw lady gets confirmed tomorrow morning and how it affects the market. I haven't actually. I'm not kept up with it. I'll try to look at that after the stream. And I'm not kept up with it. There's been so much going on around here lately that I've not stayed up to date on the news. Let's go Peak, says Dave P. That's what I'm saying. Glittery Marshmallow. I still love that name. That's awesome. That's a cool name. I like that's commendable. I like that. There's some other cool names on here too, just as cool. Hope all is well. Thank you for your time. Can we take a look at Doggy Doge? Just take a look at Doge. There was one more we were looking at just right before that, though. I don't want to be. This is we did Peak. Prime. I just want to take a look at Prime. Take a look at Echelon Prime. Let's go somewhere where we can see. You can always get a good chart if you go with the one that says crypto over here. That's the one that's by TradingView, but it doesn't have the volume like exchange volume because it's not an exchange chart. It just goes over the whole history. Good for that, but sometimes we like to look, get the information from the volume, or an indicator might take that volume stuff and do something with it. Read it. Gate.io is probably one. Yeah, it's got a good history. I like getting a good history. The more that we can see about what this coin has done in the past, the more accurate we can be in kind of trying to gauge what she's doing in the future. And on this particular chart on Gate.io, it looks like this was back in a year ago. Look at this trade set up, and clearly she just, after a while, just went mooned. And $28. This was back in March. Double bottom down through this area. The best way to do this, in my personal opinion, for what we got, I mean, the fibs are your key to this market on the bigger time frames. If you're doing swing trading, the fibs, maybe the fibs. Let the fib, man. It's the fibs, man. Let the fibs, man. You got an 886 area retracement held out here, that 786, either one. Great bottom in areas right there. Yeah. Look, you got your embedded head and shoulders. You got your breakouts of your channels or your falling wedges. You got you get the whole kit and caboodle there, baby. However you want to do it. You got your double bottoms going on here, and what a juicy one that is. Look, I'm telling you, those Ozempic. They're all using those Ozempic now. The right cheek is not being as full as the left one. Now, call me a conspiracy theory if you want, but that's what I'm seeing. The markets are telling you this nation has an Ozempic problem. It's there in the charts, and I'm just sharing it with you. Gosh darn it. Somebody get Sean off the mic. Heard his little accent coming in there. He's sneaky that way. All right, so fib it out, baby. Swing high to swing low. Tell me price is going to go. She's out of her accumulation zone. Yeah. Now she's sitting here at $14. Don't you kind of wish that? Yeah, she's toward the bottom of it. It was $6, $7, and you're sitting here and saying, yeah, you could be making a double bottom, or we were definitely in our accumulation zone. A few months from now, you're going to look back and say, man, I wish I bought more at $7. Hello? Is this thing on? Is this thing working? If you're experiencing this problem, well, you are SOL, my friend, because we ain't seeing $6 anytime too soon without this one, unless something really bad happens. You might get 1050, 1080. This is why buying on your major fib bulls in this area, you can even shorten it down. Oh my God, you can shorten it. You could have even replayed it from here at the butt crack. You could have played the butt crack. I mean, it's not as hygienic, but it still would have got you in here, under 750. I'm just saying. When's the last time you played with your butt crack? Don't answer it. It's a rhetorical question, but reflect on it. I'm just saying, it would have rocked your world. Should have just honored the butt crack. It would have gave you a nice 618 if I had to tighten it up. I'm not cheating. I tightened it up. I put it right on the top, right to the, it's not even to the bottom. Tighten it up. Put it right on it. High to low. Where'd we go? 618. Oh, $16. I didn't do that before, but I'm showing you how it works. It did what it needed to do. Perfectly. More than perfectly. Excitedly well. She got rejected here. She had some hiccups here. She did it. Nice. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all she wrote. Let's go home. Prime. Well, Prime is, if you kind of zoom out and squint your eyeballs a little bit, say your Hail Marys 4 times backward, not backwards, but facing east. I don't know. We kind of got a megaphony pattern going on from starting way back here. She did a reversal thingy. She did a megaphone here and then another megaphony. She didn't do the wedgie. She did a great little double bottom there with a chest line. Ha! See, gotcha. And if you put that in line, if you think of that idea, that horizontal area, then draw that out. We just tested this area for support. Might come down lower to do that. Could do it. Come back to $12. You're cool. We got room for you. Again, DCA, or try to get her on a nice little pullback. It might be coming over the next few weeks. Might. Ichimoku Cloud on the 6 hour suggests that it will. Let's go with the 4 hour. And it still could be suggesting that it will. We got a little sliver of red and the red cloud. I know it looks like she's bouncing off of here, but we're doing really good. We could be, but we're likely to get resistance up here and either M top and come down, or we could be. That's a scenario that we could be looking at. Could be tiring it out. She already had her 3 humps, and it's just time for dump, and that usually involves an ABC correction if you're an Elliott wave fan. Elliott, what do you think? No, you say you're coming down for a 4 wave, going for a 5. You suck road dog. You don't know crap. Well, Elliott, that's why I keep you around here, you little snitch. You're a little passive aggressive little thingy thing. Elliott thinks that, man, $23 could be going up to $23.38. $19. Well, Elliott, aren't you just got your gusto on? Elliott seems to think, yeah, I can see that, Elliott. I see what you're saying. The wave 1 and the wave 3, the 3 wave from this bottom to this top and the pullback, that's supposed to be your biggest one, and that's not supposed to tell you, yeah, I think you're
Well, Elliot may have saved the day. She's saying, Elliot, in other words, in translations to pattern traders, and just in case, Elliot is suggesting that this will be our breakout from this pattern here, and that we can go on up to meet our lovely measure move, which I wonder, would it be the same as what Elliot would say? We'll take a steep one and see if we can get the extent of a ballpark, and we'll take just a regular, more conservative one here. Did they line up with Elliot by chance? Let's just turn Elliot on, do they? Well, yeah, the conservative one does, and the other one just blows through the roof. Well, that's not there, isn't it? Just saying. How's it going, people? You feel Christmassy yet? Are you ready for me to shut that music off? Can you please look at Seller? Take a look at Seller. Did I do that right? You put 2 L's. Like you thought it was hiding bodies in the basement cellar. My bad. That's just where my mind went. I'm sorry. Elliot wanted to spoil the. Elliot, you told it all too soon. Elliot, stop it. Sorry you had to see that. Elliot gave it all away. Oh my gosh, wait, this chart looks, my chart is messy. I was going to say it looks horrible. It doesn't look horrible, it's just my drawings look horrible. Okay, so weekly's got us bouncing, getting rejected at 200. That's not really played well so far. But it's a rejection, or are we just working our way to get over you? No, she's got to regroup a little bit. Huh. Give me just a moment. Yeah, we're not quite ready for that one yet. This one seems to be playing. Okay. You came down here, looped up, and then went down to bottom territory. It seems to really respect this one. So we tune her in. And we just listen to what she's got to tell us. I want to take that very, very bottom. So our accumulation zone, where our rejection is, 200 moving average just happens to be there too. Confluence. I want to get rejected there so many times before we say, oh, this and no more. I'm getting out of here. I think she's got a good chance to. I think she can. I like these 2 targets. I like the 66 and the 80 too. Let's come down to a daily and see what's going on the daily. The reason I like this one, this fib, is because it nailed this support right here to that wick, and then that's also our rejection area, rejection zone. So the moving averages are telling me we're just not quite ready. Not quite ready yet, but it's a coming. It's a coming. I think this will be her last little dip before she gets up above that. And one of the things that's cluing me in, that's even though the MACD here on the daily is getting across. Okay, so the MACD is saying it's over with on the daily, and okay, I agree. That's bearish. That does not look good for it. But the moving averages are saying, yeah, but by the time she comes back down here, the 17 census or even lower, probably come down and retest these areas for real. But look, 800, 600, 300, they're right side up now. They weren't, but they recently flipped over. And now they're ready to help encourage our price to see this as our base point and then keep pushing up. So yeah, we might get a little pull back, and it probably will come back a little steep. Might come back down to Why would you come back that low? It doesn't have to. Remember, we still got trend lines to find support on. Breaks a trend line and we can see those little areas. We're on the dailies, and so these other moving averages, just for people who don't know, can catch up to that. And most of the things support in areas should be right through here. We right through here. The 17.5 to 19 cent area right through there. And I bet if we pull a Fibonacci, we probably got a 618 hanging right there. Well, yethum we do right there. 1876. It does look like that might be a pullback area. She did lose. Looks like she's losing the 382. So far, she came instant. She came back and touched the 0.5. There's lots of things that could go on right here. Lots of possibilities. I mean, that she could pick up and move on from here, 21 moving averages and things like that. But also likely retest a trend line. The smaller time frames may give us a little clue here. I think she can come back down here. Personally, I just do. That's just a better buying opportunity. But if she just takes off from here, and that's a great place to bounce too. I ain't bitching about it. But I do see that possibility just down here. 4 hour just doesn't want to agree with me though. 4 hours saying she wants to do something. So you got a daily that's just now flipping bearish, and then you got a 4 hour just trying to like, I'm ready to flip bullish. See how that gets kind of weird. The daily. That would be my biggest clue for this playing out over time. So she could retest, maybe come up 26 and then roll back over ABC. I say ABC correction. What'd you say, Elliot? You were saying this was just a. Oh, now you saying ABC. Elliot, you so fickle. That's why I don't talk to you sometimes. So Elliot also thinks there's like another correction, another wave. It is 2:01 and it is too late for turkeys to be out here safely. Let's see. We look at seller. Let's see. Obviously, as Uniswap, we'll take a look very quickly. We'll take a look at Bitcoin, and then I'm going to wrap it up here. Uniswap. I got the big airdrop. I didn't know anything about an airdrop, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." That I found out about it on my birthday, but it came a little earlier. That was during the pandemic, and this is when I'm first, I guess, learning the TA and stuff, trying to learn it, losing most of my money, paying a lot for fees for trading groups or whatever, and you just lose when you first start anyway, right? Or you start to get the hang of it. But this airdrop was huge. That just really helped my bags and helped me, have more collateral to put into the market. Because I only started after I got my head together that I was going to actually play this market. I was probably about 8,000, right? Went down to about 6. I remember being down after trading group fees and whatever. I remember being at 4,000. That was kind of like my base point. And then I think after that, maybe Uniswap airdrop came and kind of put me around 6. That was kind of like my value in crypto then. At the start of last market. So about this time a year ago, I guess, right? Or last cycle. Now I've been in other cycles. This is not my first rodeo by any means, but that was when I first learning the TA. I started my technical analysis deep dive. I mean, I knew the things. We've done the things, just like you hear the little 1 minute flag chasers talk about their 15 years experience with the whole this. Well, there's a moving out because I've done this back in 2013 with bots, programming my bots and things. I just never did it on a chart, if that makes any sense. But doing it on the charts has made a huge difference, and the techniques that I've learned over this period of time is just, I think I've outgrew the group that I was, or what was taught in there. I learned this stuff outside of a group. I learned a lot of this from Thomas Bukowski and some other books and ideas have been helpful, and just the experience in the market and getting the feel for it. That's a big thing. That's the biggest thing you got to overcome when you first get into the game is you got to learn to trust yourself and what you're learning on the chart. So Uniswap, we got to zoom out, man. We're in the big picture play now. This is where the big money is going to be made. The big dollars. We don't want to sell too soon, do we? I don't know if you're looking for a short-term play, like a perpetual futures play or something like that. That's one thing. Smaller time frames, we can do that. But for the bigger thing, the big money. So getting a little rejection. Probably this puts the $13 area back on the table to retest these areas. It does. But you're out of the accumulation zone, getting it around anywhere $7-8 was the juicy spot. But now we're starting to put the other areas on the table, and $28.95 sounds crazy from here, right? But looking to the left, and the 618 is telling us that's where it's worthwhile for us to wait for her to go. If you're doing a swing trade idea. Now we're looking at it on the daily. She looks like she's at a top. Swing high to swing low. Did you get there? Where'd you go? You went to the 1.13, and yeah, that's a great place for this exactly right here to happen, and that's why we like those targets, so that we can try to get as close to that top area before this happens. The beauty of the nailed it. I just don't know what to call them otherwise. The higher targets, the AB equals CDs. So swing low to swing high. Tell me where we need to buy. And she's at a good area where it's possible at this point in the game in the market. We got to look at 382s as for signs of if they do catch here. Let's say they mostly be like a flag. A lot of times that's a flag. Or maybe they could come here and then they kind of, I don't know, maybe they M top or something, but they hold this area. Even if they stay out here or if it's just a short flag, they can get a nice kick-ass bounce from here, like seriously huge, like up to, that's the $28 target we could be going to again. Market. So she's at a good area, but if she doesn't hold, we'll keep our other things in mind. We're possibly doing a butt crack, but we'll be looking at this. Big strong move like that, 0.5, maybe 618 would be what we normally look at. Used to, you could almost count on the 618 to be hit like clockwork, like that was the standard. But as things start getting a little bit more bullish in this market, there's a deviation that starts going on here too. We're not longer getting as many deep retracements to 786 levels or 618s. If we start getting a little sideways period, we'll start looking a little bit more at the 618s. But do have to put her on the table because, hey man, that might be what we have to eat. Oh man, you just erased everything. You suck. What? All right, so anything else I said before? Did we ever look at Altcoin? I think we did, right? Altcoin, we nailed it. And she got rejected the 618, pulling back. Yeah. Oh, I think we do this line. Altcoin looks like she's trying to get some support here. Altcoin, can you go back to $8? Get on this little megaphone pattern. Is that what we're? Oh, what did I do there? What did I mess up? Oh, that was the old trade setup. She went up there and beyond. We didn't get to come back and go with that one. On this chart, anyway. Nice, so she broke that, and then here we are finding support on our basic trend line, our original trend line, just like what we would hope that it would do. And that's cool because that kind of helps us establish, hey, we're still looking at this crazy megaphone pattern, because if this one holds and doesn't give way, can we go back and talk to this one? Like around $9, $10? And I'm going to say, yeah, I think so. Oh, let's put you down somewhere. That'd be cool. I would not bitch about that at all. So we just got to see her. There's a 200 moving average here on the 4 hour. That looks good. Zeta. What you guys are asking about Zeta? Let's take a look at Zeta. The Zeta chain. What are you? Oh, you still down here talking to Lucy, making plans with the devil, doing what you doing? You know all the other moving averages are bullish, wanting to keep going up and going to the right, but no, you got to come down here and talk with the devil. What's wrong with you? Come on, get off the bottom. Stop being on the bottom. You want it on the bottom because you want to buy it on the bottom. Let's go back up here. But you got to be encouraging, kind of lift them up a little bit. Because 77 cents should be back on the radar. Come on, Zeta chain, look at do it. You're in a big ass channel. Let's do it. Come on back into the top. We still got this measure move that needs to go to the upside. You on the downside, finding support. It's a great place. Imagine that. Yeah, go from here, from where we are, back to the top. That's 42%. What if you get the breakout? Oh my gosh. What if you get the breakout and go to that measure move? That could be the double ganger. Danger. God, I don't know. Look at that. Adam and Eve. I've never told this to anybody, and it sounds really weird, but I don't know why. But every time I see this pattern, I don't see Adam and Eve. I see a jock strap. I don't know why, but I see a little thing that holds you a cup, and then somehow I don't understand it. We're just sharing amongst friends. That's what I say. I don't know why. Just kind of stays in your memory that way, so it's kind of not hard to understand. Moving on. Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. We're getting a little bit of a pullback in this market. It happens. It is sad when it can be sad. It can be kind of nervous when it happens, but it really is an opportunity if you don't freak out, if you play it right. 4 years after the happening, and I know we're hitting some top areas, and I'm not saying go all in on anything because things are high. They've done very, very well. Our bags are pumping, but a little quick reminder. 4 years ago, altcoins following Bitcoin the way that they do. We were right down here hanging around, I don't know, 125 billion. And during the month of December, we had a little ups and a little downs. If we can zoom in here, this was altcoins on the weekly. And they got up to 148 billion and they dropped as low as 109 billion. Lots of billions. Almost a third of it just left. And then it went into up only mode. And if you weren't ready there, if you were given into the fear that, oh my gosh, this is it, we came all the way back down, we gave up all the gains that we made last month and the month before, I need to cut my losses and give it up, you missed one of the best opportunities. And I know, because I did a little bit of that back then. I experienced some of that. And you got to chase and get them higher. No good. I made lots of mistakes back there, but I still came out all right, enough not to have to work for the man. So we learned from them, and we're playing this market. We're playing it the way the whales did. I'm in position trading my ass off on this little sucker, watching that sucker go, baby. And we're getting ready to get into the good section. This is zooming out. We're not looking at today, tomorrow, the next 4 hours or anything like that. This is zooming out to what's going to happen over these next months. And this is about to get juicy good. We're about to see something along the lines of this for altcoins and for Bitcoin. Regardless of what Bitcoin dominance is doing, the altcoins will pump along with Bitcoin. They just pump better when Bitcoin ain't a pumping along with them, or the dominance ain't going up with them. We're getting ready to get into a very fantastic, exciting place to this market. Oh my God. I'm so way behind. And poof. Oh, it's that dude. Yeah. Clearly it is after midnight and time for Road Dog to go to bed. Thanks for hanging out, guys. One more last look at Bitcoin. I got to on Bitcoin on a smaller time frame. She's been, have you been going down or going up since we've been talking? Do you love me, Bitcoin, or not? She don't know. She's just going sideways. We just hanging out at 97. And I don't take that as being bearish if we go in sideways. I think there's some money waiting to come in, thinking, we're under 100,000. A few months we're not going to be. A few months we're going to be like at 120,000. It's probably a good deal. Michael Saylor sitting there saying, yes, go ahead. Hit the button right now. It's the best asset out there on the market today. There's no better predator, no higher asset, no more higher value place to put your money. It's the apex predator asset. Because if you think of it, if you had a whole orchard of lemons, well, you could do some stuff with that. We're moving on. Thanks for hanging out. That's a horrible Michael Saylor impression. Good night, everybody. The turkey has passed out. Oh no, I forgot Doge. You know what? Let's make an exception tonight. I like to do what I say I'm going to do, and we did say we're going to look at Doge.
Thank you very much.
You got a list of Christmas music while we do it, though. I did. I like to do what I say I'm going to do. That's just part of who I do. I try to be. Doge got rejected up here. Oh man, that sucks. I guess that was the channel that we gotta. Now we got our 3 touches. It's valid. That's a wild channel. There's nothing in between. Meaning Doge could take a big fall. I'm just saying it could. Doesn't mean it's going to, but it could. It could, because there's nothing in between. We got that on it. Sucks, I know, but that's a big run up. What we need is for Elon to come out and do something funky with Doge. Let's look at you over here. I'm going to take a look at your RSI because I'm looking underneath the hood. I'm sorry to be so intrusive, but just turn your head and cough. Yeah, we lost that one. She came down here, so we have lost this RSI. We need to find a good place we need to find a bottom for Doge. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where we need to buy. And the first place we're going to look is just 382. I got a blue line there. It got confusing from me. Got away from me right there. Do note that our 618 is coming down here where we do have our trend line. So, oh man, I hate to say it. If we do, I don't know that we do. There's still part of me saying we're getting ready to have a nice big pump in altcoins, right? In the longer term. They may try to flush us out. It will be a flush out. Anything taking us down these areas will be a flush out. It's hard for me to imagine it coming back to 24 cents, but over the next few weeks, we still got, what is this, the 11th? Oh my gosh, we got Christmas coming, and they do some weird stuff at Christmas anyway. Last cycle, we had the Christmas dump. We could do that. Just learn a little Christmas gift. Is get all these things on sale. Who knows? Great place though. Short-term trading would be kind of tricky, in other words, but if you want to try to play this one to the upside, to the bigger places, to where she might be able to go again, because the bigger play, Doji, and I like to look at the bigger play. We just getting resistance at our 618. We just getting our pullback. We're hanging out at the 0.5 when we take the big zoom back and look, and that's what we should be doing. Again, 31 cents. This one's saying 31 cents, and so is the 50 moving average on the daily. We'll get some odds. Zooming back, give us a little bit, I believe, a little bit more accurate information. A little bit more level-headed information here. I do want to mark that. We might find some support there. This was our level. I mean, this was the accumulation level. We went level by level. We have to come back here. Is cool. 31 could hold before. It may not hit 24 is what I'm trying to get to. 24 things get us really hard over the next few weeks, but hey man, 31 might do it. The nice sweet spot targets from here, if you got 58 cents, after we break out for 48, we win, we got 48, we touched it, we'll get it again. We've got 58, and then from here, I'm looking at 92, maybe even 118. Doge looking good, just got a bright future, especially Elon Musk got anything to do with it. You see how he's... I was mad at him at one time. Was it Saturday Night Live or was it something else? He tanked the prize, but he used to tank the prize on it, was saying something stupid. But I mean, I don't know, he's sold on it. I don't know. I like him now. I think he's awesome. And the Department of Government Efficiency, that was just like, oh my gosh, how you could just weave all this stuff and just make it. That was genius. That showed his genius. Good night, everybody. Oh, one more time. Says the Gremlin. Doge.
I've been keeping my eyes on you all year. You've been taking notice. That much is clear. Now I'm meaning to ask you, hoping you'll take this right. Girl, have you got plans for Christmas night? Why don't we make your Christmas, my Christmas, our Christmas? Why don't we make your Christmas, my Christmas, our
That is probably how the rest of the night will go right there.
Don't you think that the holidays should be all about love?
Good night, John boy.
Old wine by the fireplace with the one you're dreaming of. I bought a tree, we can dress together. Oh, I put a turkey to roast, stuffed with nutmeg, apple, and butter.
Say it's not so. I like the apple and butter part.